I put in my pin at the microwave trying to heat a lasagna. My friend once showed up at school with a helmet on his head. I asked why he wore the helmet and replied, must have forgotten the bike at home. Just yesterday I woke up in a panic because I haven't studied for English Lit all semester. I graduated years ago when my brain wanted to write an E but instead wrote an R. I erased it and then wrote another R, got mad and erased it again only to write another R. Friend told me the story and I couldn't stop laughing. I ordered a pizza for delivery. My doorbell doesn't work, so when the pizza man arrived he knocked and instead of opening the door for him I knocked back. Throw the candy, eat the candy wrapper. After eating a sandwich I carefully scooped all of the crumbs from the table into my hand, making sure not to drop any. When I finished I dumped them all onto the floor. I occasionally find myself wondering briefly where my keys are while I'm driving. I ride a motorcycle a lot. I was walking down the sidewalk one day a few months ago going from one class to another. I heard noise behind me, so I tried to check my side mirrors. I couldn't see anything, so I reached my hand out to try and adjust them. While my hand was in the air I realized that I'm walking and not on the bike. I probably stood there for a few minutes trying to figure out if I'm an idiot or not. A few months ago I tried to find out how I look with my eyes closed. So I went to the next mirror and closed my eyes. In retrospect I really don't know what I expected. In high school my then girlfriend would always give me a ride home from school, and since we were 17 and stuff we would always make out in the car before I got out. As a result, every time I got a ride from someone other than my girlfriend I had to mentally yell at myself, do not try to make out with this person. I was at the shoe store, couldn't find a pair I liked and decided to drive to another store, but not before getting gas across the street first. I decided to go on foot because it was faster than driving down a ways looking for a break in the median for a U-turn. I walked across the 6-lane boulevard, which took some waiting on the median and careless sprinting, only to realize while at the pump that my brain had failed me. My car was still at the shoe store. I was walking along on my own and the wind blew my hood up into the side of my face. I said sorry mate and moved out of its way. I was at school talking to a friend. As he was telling me something I took a chewing gum out of its packet and very casually put it in my ear. Somewhere along the line my brain decided one of two things. Either the chewing gum was a headphone and I was tired of listening to my friend speak, or that was how chewing gum was consumed, which is very obviously not correct. When I jumped with fright because I saw my elbow in my peripheral vision. I sometimes forget that certain things exist. After playing Skyrim for a while I was convinced that walruses didn't exist and were some sort of made up creature and were just inspiration for the hawkers. Accidentally addressing my male teacher as mom in primary school. At work, happy birthday Kirkorus. Hey, no problem. Those times when I sleep through my alarm but my brain decides to give me a nice dream of getting out of bed and getting ready for work, so then I think everything is okay. Blowing on a spoonful of ice cream or cereal as if it's hot soup. While driving in the mountains I always have a moment of I could just drive off the road right now, when I'll lose my phone and call it so that I can hear where it is. Then I find it, pick it up and say to myself, look, a missed call. I have intrusive thoughts all the time. The one that seems to keep coming up is when I'm in a one-on-one meeting with my manager. I always think about what would happen if I just kissed him deeply out of nowhere as he's speaking. I'm not gay and neither is he, but I would love to know what would happen. Like, I wish I could quick save before the meeting. Would I get fired? Would he try to hit me? What would his first words be after the kiss? Do we just pretend it didn't happen? What if he kisses me back? So yeah, during our meetings I'll think of this as he's talking, then snap out of it and think to myself, what the fuck is wrong with me?